There you have it. Micah Parsons traded from the Dallas Cowboys to the Green Bay Packers and signed 4 years, $188 million deal with the Green Bay Packers. Welcome into another big instant reaction video brought to you by Better and Green. Time to burn, guys. Let's do it. No, actually, Scott Stapp, Creed jersey, not Micah Parsons. Let's get into an instant reaction here. Biggest takeaway, that jersey just lost a touch of value. I loved wearing that. People thinking it was a Micah Parsons jersey, and wrong. It is a Creed jersey. So I guess kind of disappointed with him leaving the Cowboys for that reason. Hopefully they get another number 11 there with a big name, so we can kind of keep that going. But no, really, let's kind of break down what this means for the landscape of the NFL and the NFC. Big line moves across the board. The week one lines, Packers now a 2.5 point favorite against Detroit. They were a 1.5 point favorite. I believe the Cowboys dropped half a point from +7 to +7.5. A lot of future shifting for the odds. The Packers now +1,200. They jumped the Lions to win the Super Bowl. Now the fifth most favored team to win the Super Bowl. Win total basically jumped up a win to 10.5, and that's really where I'm kicking myself. I loved Packers over 9.5 wins before the trade. That's now -170. It was -110, 120. So can't even really play that anymore. I hadn't played it yet. That's going to keep me away. Packers now the favorite to win the division. So really, really big news there with that trade of Micah Parsons. And listen, he's one of the top edge rushers in the league. Packers gave up a haul for him. Interior defensive lineman Kenny Clark, 2 first-round picks. Obviously paid him to a monster contract. Yeah, it's a win now move. I don't hate it for the Packers. That being said, I've really intently watched Micah Parsons for the majority of his career. Back before he's always been big since he entered the league, but really the year of his coming out party, I had a future bet on him to be the defensive player of the year. It was, I think, close to 10-1, and he looked really good first 9, 10, 11 games of the season. I saw his motor completely turn off to end the year. He'd rush the passer if the passer stepped up, or on a running play. Not a big motor out of Micah Parsons. He's not chasing down quarterbacks or running backs necessarily. Short passing routes. I just saw him quit on a lot of plays, take himself out of the game a lot of times as well. So I think a motor. Being a Lions fan, seeing Aiden Hutchinson, who never quits, that's something I really look for in edge rushers. And yeah, I think sometimes you see that on Micah Parsons, but it does have a switch. He does turn that on and off at times. So, yeah, I like Micah Parsons overall, but do I think he's the best edge rusher in the division? No, I don't. I still think Hutchinson overall is the better rusher than Micah Parsons. Do I think it's a good move for Green Bay? For a win now, maybe. I still feel like they're maybe a step away from being a win now team. So, it's a big investment. I think Kenny Clark is a underrated piece in the interior defensive line for Green Bay. I think they could feel his loss. But yeah, a big move made by the Packers. I can't blame them for it. Do I want Micah Parsons in the division with Detroit? Not necessarily. Do I want Micah Parsons to face off with Detroit week one? Not necessarily. So, yeah, it's a big move for the Packers. This year, it's really Super Bowl or bust. If they don't win the Super Bowl this year or next, I think it's advantage Dallas. Dallas, they weren't in a win now scenario right now anyway. Micah was unhappy in Dallas. They've kind of regressed. They made the move for George Pickens in the offseason, which to me is it was kind of a move just to say, hey, we're trying here, but I don't like George Pickens whatsoever. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it works out well for Dallas in the future. I think obviously the 2 first-round picks, Kenny Clark, I really like. And like I said, I think Micah has a bit of uh, I don't know, a motor issue, I guess. I've seen him take plays off, even basically games off. So yeah, that is kind of my instant thoughts, instant reactions. Again, the betting market, a huge move for an edge rusher. Obviously, the Packers have shot up. If you were looking to bet the Packers, I guess really week one or any of the futures, you kind of missed your number there. So I'd maybe hold off on Green Bay now from a betting perspective. Dallas, if you like Dallas, I don't. So, I wasn't really looking to back them either way, but if you're looking at maybe their underwin total, you probably missed that as well. Um, so yeah, big implications in the NFC with the trade of Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers. That's kind of my thoughts on it. I guess overall, I'll leave you with this. I think it's a good win now move for the Packers. Do I think they're going to win now? Probably not. So we'll see where it shakes up in, a year or two. I think ultimately it's going to be a better trade for Dallas. But if the Packers go to Super Bowl in the next 2 years, obviously I think they win that trade that way. So let me know in the comments, guys, what you think of the trade between Micah Parsons, Dallas Cowboys, and Green Bay. Would love to hear it. NFL 1 week away, so we'll see how it shakes up. We don't have to wait long. So really interested to see how it goes. Hopefully the Lions can still take care of business week one. But let me know in the comments, guys. If you enjoy this video, throw me a like. Would really appreciate it. If you have not subscribed already, please consider doing so. With the NFL right around the corner, we are in full action. NFL, college football, MMA, UFC, soccer, auto racing, MLB, you name it, we got it here at Better and Green. So consider subscribing, guys. Appreciate you watching. And we will see you in the next big instant reaction video here at Better and Green.